I'm 26. Should my dad keep cutting my hair? I just turned 26 and I still have my dad cut my hair. I feel like as an adult I should just figure it out myself, but I always figured I'm saving money by having my dad do it. I have never been to a barber shop. My dad has cut my hair all my life. Should I keep doing this or just go get it done myself? You left out the most important info. Does he do a good job? If he does, then why would you change anything? If you like your haircut, then keep letting dad cut it. Not only do you save money, but you get to bond with your dad and not a random barber. My dad used to cut hair in the 80s and he doesn't give the best haircuts, but he likes doing it and I like spending time with him and catching up. Lol, my husband is 55 and I still cut his hair. It's free. It doesn't mean you're not an adult. We help each other out all the time. If it makes you feel weird, do something for your dad in trade. That's adult. If he's good at it, why not? If he does a good job, why change where you're going? Plus it gives you time with your dad. 38. My grandfather is a barber and has been since the 60s. I've never paid for a haircut. Enjoy the free onia because it's time with your dad, just like mine is time with my grandfather. Are you less of an adult for having your dad cut your hair? I'm 37 and I cut my own hair, and my wife will help sometimes. As a barber with a 10-year-old, there's a part of you and your job to know that one day they shouldn't need you. When that day comes, it should be an equal mix of sadness and pride. I'm sure you can find other things to do. So don't worry, if it's something you want to do, go do it. He's your dad, loves you anyway. You're fine. Also, can your dad cut my hair? I'm 29 and I still use the same woman that cut my hair when I was a child. Haircuts are haircuts. It's weird to have societal pressure around paying some stranger to do it for you. I'm 40 and I cut my own hair. I'm better at it than any of the people I've paid for the last 20 years. I cut my own hair. Your dad probably enjoys doing it as you get to spend some time together. Keep it up, dude. Being completely honest. Do you live with your parents still? No shade. If you do, yes, go get a barber. If not, keep going to your dad. That could be his way of getting you over and spending time with you. My dad, now I'm 26 as well, will ask me to go on vacations and say, I'll pay for the house. You just have to get down there. He doesn't care about the money. He just likes to spend the time with us. Sometimes it's deeper than surface views. I don't see any issue with that. He knows how you like it and will probably do a good job. I'm also willing to get that he really enjoys the time with you. Especially now that you're not a kid anymore. I'm 37 and most of the time my haircut is me digging the old clippers out of the closet and buzzing it all off. It's just hair. If you like how your dad cuts it, and he's happy to do so, then it's a great bonding moment. Nobody is immortal. And when he's gone, this is gonna be a happy memory you have of him. If he does it well, why the hell not? If he's good at it, don't stop. First, it's free maybe. Second, done with love if he's been doing it so long. Third, one day he won't be here to do it. I'm sure it's something he enjoys while he can. If he does a good job and you are okay with him cutting your hair, I don't see anything wrong with it. In fact, I'd love to have my dad cut my hair, but then I have to wear a hat. Equum lol. I'm 42 and every other week I roll over to my parents' house and ask my 73-year-old dad to buzz my hair. Honestly, I think it's nice. I have 2 toddlers at home. And if they're still making time to hang out with me and ask their dad for help at 26 with something like cutting hair, I'll be thrilled. Seems like a good way to bond. If he does a good job, save that money. I wish I still had a friend nearby who could cut my hair for free. Shit's expensive. As long as he's not trimming your pubes, you're probably good. Cherish these times while you can. Haircuts a rip-off. I always beg my husband to trim mine and he will not. I don't think you should. Think of it as a bonding experience for something that won't always be available. My mom cut my hair until I was about 30. Hood talks happened. Then my haircuts started getting sloppy, so I started getting my hair cut at a shop. It was kinda awkward at first, but all good now. Being an adult means being able to choose what you want sometimes. Do it however you want. It's not wrong to go to a barber. And it's not wrong to have your dad do it. I feel like most of these comments are missing the part where you've never been to a barber. I don't think there's anything wrong with letting your dad cut your hair no matter how old you are. But also I think you should try going to a barber a couple times. Just so you know how it works in case you ever need to in the future. Think of it as a life skill. Lol, I have never heard such a thing. I once cut my friend's hair and he cut mine, but it was exceptional case. We were stuck in our rented apartment in 2020 when entire country went in lockdown. After 3 months we both had long hairs and felt like we should just trim a little. We ended up cutting around whole head. He showed his face to his mum and she was upset 'cause hairs were uneven. He comes back to me and said I ruined his hairs. Dude, like we are not going see anyone other 3-4 people in this apartment for next few months. What kind of question is this lol? Unless your father is professionally trained or shaved your hair, I would say you are probably not doing yourself a favor. WTF. My dad cut my hair for a long time. It's a great memory and place of connection. Plus, depending on the type of haircut you get, Pops is probably saving you a good couple of bucks and is probably available whenever. Shoot, he may even take you to lunch. I think figuring out how to cut it yourself would be significantly harder. I have a mohawk and my husband shaves his head. We've been cutting each other's hair for over 20 years. If he's still doing a good job and you are happy with it. Sure. I buy a cheap trimmer every year and do my own. Been doing it for almost 2 decades now. My wife is 37. Her mom cuts her hair. Her mom has owned a hair salon for 30 years. Context makes a difference here. I don't see why not. Think you're too old. For what? My mom cuts my hair still. My mom and my sister trim my hair for me. We all sorta learned what works for us and I'm happy with the results. Weirdly, I've gotten my hair professional cut a few times and it never looked right to me. I don't see anything wrong with having a family member cut your hair if you're happy with it. I am 32 and my mom still cuts my hair. Nothing wrong with that. If he does a good job, why not? Cheaper that way. It's like when my family calls me for technical help 'cause I'm tech savvy and went to school for it.